Hey friends, this is Nimmi Vincent. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm here with you to explain about the classification of computer software. I hope that this video will be helpful for the students of grade 6 and 7. Alright, let me ask you a pretty interesting question. What is a software? Well, software is a collection of programs that provide instructions to computer that perform specific tasks. Here, let's have a look at the classification of computer software. Here, computer software is broadly divided into two categories: system software and application software. The system software is again divided into three categories: operating software, language processors, and utility software. Similarly, application software is also divided into two sections. One is general purpose application software and the other one is specific purpose application software. So let's go in detail with this software. The first one is system software. The system software is required to control the operations of a computer system. So, what are the other functions of a system software? My dear friends, system software helps to manage and run the computer hardware in an efficient manner. It controls all operations like reading data from input devices, transmitting processed information to output devices, checking system components, and converting data or instructions to a form that a computer can understand. That means the machine language or binary language. So, as I told you before, the system software is divided into three categories: operating software, language processors, and utility softwares. So, let's see these all things one by one. The first one is operating system. An operating system actually is called a parental computer operating system because it serves as an interface between the user and the hardware. Actually, the purpose of the operating system is to provide an environment in which the user can execute programs. Wow, it's a brilliant task, right? It also ensures that the computer hardware is used in an efficient manner. A computer system has many resources such as CPU time, memory space, file storage space, input and output devices, system memory, cache memory, hard disk space, and so on. These resources enable a computer system to function efficiently and are responsible for its overall performance. The operating system acts as a resource manager by allocating these resources to specific programs and application as and when required. See, look at the icons of the famous and the most popular operating systems such as Linux, Windows 10, Microsoft Windows, and Mac operating system. So these are the popular operating systems used on desktops and laptops Okay, so what about smartphones operating system? The smartphones operating systems are most probably Android and iOS. Wow, it's great. Now let's see the next type of software, language processor. So as I discussed earlier, a computer understands the machine language, which is the combination of strings, zeros and ones, and which is called machine language also. So writing programs in machine language is very difficult. So this led to the development of assembly language and then high level languages. So about the various computer languages, I have already explained in my another video. If you want to watch that video, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell notification icon. So a program written in an assembly or a high-level language has to be converted or translated into its equivalent machine language, which is the only form for the computer to understand and execute it. The software program that does this task of translation is called a language processor. So there are three types of language processors. The first one is assembler, second one is compiler, and the third one is interpreter. Now let's see in brief the tasks of each of these language processors. An assembler converts a program written in an assembly language into its equivalent machine language. Okay, fine. Now, what about compiler? A compiler converts a program which is written in a high-level computer language into the machine language before the program's execution. Execution means the running of the computer program. So it runs through the entire high-level language program in one go and reports all the errors it finds in the source code along with the line numbers. After all the errors are removed, the compiler gives the machine-level equivalent code called the object program or the object code. Well, the saved object program, then it can be executed a number of times without translating it again. Now let's see another type of language processor, which is called interpreter. An interpreter is a language processor that works by reading and executing the source code of a high-level language program line by line, not all the whole program at a time. So it's very important to note that the interpreter works by reading the source code of the high-level language program line by line. If there is an error in any line, it reports it at the same time, and program execution cannot resume until the error is rectified. The object code produced by the interpreter cannot be saved. So every time the program is run, it needs to be interpreted again to obtain the object code. Wow, it's so informative video, right? If you like it, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon notification. And here QBasic is an example of a high-level language, and we have made use of the QBasic interpreter to execute the programs. Now let's see another type of software, which is called utility software. So utility software are programs designed to perform maintenance work on a computer system to help in its smooth functioning. Examples of this software are disk cleanup utility, antivirus software such as Norton, AVG, QuickHail, and so on, and some data compression softwares like WinZip and WinRAR. So here we can see some antivirus software icons. Now let's see different type of software, which is called application software. Application software is a set of programs designed to help the users to perform specific tasks. Numerous application software programs have been developed over the years to serve different purposes. We can choose an application software depending upon our requirements. Because we users have to use various kinds of application software as per our requirements. Some application softwares are used for general purpose. So these type of application softwares are called general purpose application software. It's developed keeping in mind the needs and requirements of general people. Some examples of such software are word processing software. For example, Microsoft Word, LibreOffice Writer, and so on. So what's the purpose of this kind of word processing software? Well, this software is used for creating documents such as letters, stories, and reports. Wow, it's really amazing, right? All the types of word processing software provide options for creating, editing, formatting, and printing text and graphics in a document. Wow, many of you require this kind of software in your computer system, right? Now let's see another type of general purpose application software, which is called spreadsheet software. This software accepts data values in row and column format like a table, and let us create, manipulate, calculate, and analyze data in the desired manner. Some examples of spreadsheet software are Excel, Lotus 123, and LibreOffice Calc. So, some accountants need to install or download this kind of application software in their computer system to perform their financial task, right? Next comes your database management system, which is called in brief DBMS. DBMS represents Database Management System. It's a software program that lets us store large amount of data in an organized manner. A DBMS can store details about thousands of customers, employees, products, and so on. It also provides tools for searching data and generating reports based on conditions. Some examples of DBMS software are Oracle, Access, VisualFox Pro, and LibreOffice Base. Here you can see the icons over here. Next comes desktop publishing software, which is known as DTP software. DTP represents desktop publishing software. This type of software is used for designing books, journals, brochures, newspapers, and so on. Some examples of desktop publishing software are Quark Express and Adobe InDesign. You can see the icons of these softwares. Next comes graphics, multimedia, and presentation software. That's so interesting graphics software which is used to work with images. Wow! I hope that most of you are so much interested in graphics designing with the images. So, these type of softwares are really helpful for you. I hope that I'm giving you a lot of information in this video. If you like my video, please subscribe my channel and hit the bell notification icon. And please give the comments to me. And here comes graphics software. Well, the software that manipulates images, text, sound, animation, and video is called multimedia software. Presentation software is used to display information in a dynamic manner, such as slideshow. Examples of this category of software are Adobe Photoshop, which is the most popular graphics software nowadays. Then comes Adobe Director, that's also a multimedia software, and Microsoft PowerPoint, and OpenOffice.org Impress, which is the presentation software. These all are really useful for you. These all softwares are really amazing too. Now let's see the icons of these softwares. See the icons of Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Director, Impress, and PowerPoint. I hope that you may be familiar with these icons. Now, next comes specific purpose application software. So this kind of software is developed keeping in mind the requirements of an organization, of an individual. Software programs that are designed especially to achieve specific tasks are known as customized software. So now I am going to explain about the examples of these type of software. Some examples are accounting management software, reservation system, human resource management system, attendance system, payroll system, school inventory and control system, and billing system. Wow, these all are really useful for an organization. Next comes open source initiative. What do you mean by open source initiative, and which is known as in short OSI? Well, it's an organization dedicated to promote open source software. Actually, this open source software is distributed under a licensing arrangement. It allows the source code to be accessible to the users and organizations so that they may study and change it to achieve new levels of quality, growth, and innovation. Open source software may or may not be available free of cost. So here is the icon of open source initiative. There is another type of software which is called proprietary software. The proprietary software is a computer software on which there are restrictions on use, modification, copying, or redistribution. These restrictions can be imposed by preventing access to the source code or by legal means such as through copyright and patents. Nowadays, a growing number of people and organizations have started using open source software. The basic idea behind open source software is to promote improvement in the quality of the software. When an underlying source code is available, people can improve and adapt it according to their needs and also helping fixing the errors. Developers believe that this collaborative work produces better software than the case in which only a very few programmers have the right to modify the source code. Now let me list out some examples of popular open source software. The most famous open source software are Ubuntu operating system, Android operating system, you know that it's well known for smartphones and tablet computers, OpenOffice, Mozilla Firefox, which is the most famous web browser, Audacity, it's a famous sound editing software, GIMP, which is very popular image editing software, and VLC, which is the media player. Wow, that's so amazing, right? Now here we can see the icons of these operating systems: Ubuntu, Android, OpenOffice, Audacity, GIMP, VLC, and Mozilla Firefox. These are the examples of open source software. I hope that I'm giving you lots of information regarding various kinds of software, right? If you like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel and hit the bell notification icon. You can post your valuable comments and suggestions. See you in next video. Till then, bye.